continue the class for today. What we have discussed yesterday, थोड़ा सा रिकॉल करते हैं, उसके बाद में आगे हम कंटिन्यू करेंगे. ओके, so who will tell me what do you understand with the term minerals? What do you understand with the minerals? Yes, who will tell me? Yes, Pavan. What is minerals?
And mineral substances which are found in ocean beds, rocks, ores, and
Okay. Yes. Speak up, beta. Devanshu God.
Minerals are the substances which are occurred naturally with chemical substances compositions.
Very good. So now we have acquainted with the term. What is minerals? Minerals, any substance that we naturally occur and which had its separate or different chemical composition, that is called minerals. ठीक है, minerals क्या कहलाते हैं? Any naturally occurring substance which have definite chemical composition. उनका जो structure है, formation है, वो अलग अलग होता है. ठीक है, so those called minerals. Yesterday we have also discussed about the types of minerals, their formation, their characteristics, and what are the process of extraction to these minerals. If we classify the minerals broadly, we can classify the minerals as metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals. So you can see here, the board is visible to all. Okay, so here you can see that minerals we can divide in two broad categories. These are metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals, right? Metallic minerals further can be classified as ferrous and non-ferrous content, whereas non-metallic minerals and metallic minerals, अगर मैं इन्हें define करने के लिए कहूँ तो क्या होंगे? Metallic minerals are those minerals which are available in metallic form. So who will tell me? Priyanshi, yes. What do you understand with the metallic and non-metallic minerals? Yes, Priyanshi, speak up.
मैम वो क्वेश्चन पूछना था.
Okay, I'll take it out later. First of all, tell me, what do you understand with metallic and non-metallic mineral?
Yes, ma'am.
Metallic and non-metallic minerals. Define the term.
Ma'am, metallic minerals are that are basically found as ores like iron, copper, and ma'am they are very hard and lustrous.
Yes, very good. What about non-metallic?
Ma'am, minerals that does not contain metal like
Exactly.
limestone,
Yes.
marble.
Okay. So देखो, अब with their name we can easily identify them. बहुत ज़्यादा हमें कुछ ऐसा नहीं है कि बहुत कुछ लंबा चौड़ा हमें इसके लिए याद रखने की जरूरत है. Simply we can understand with the name. Metallic and non-metallic. Metal content. So the in terms of ores, metal in pure form में जिसको कि purify किया जाता है, ठीक है? So these are generally found in form of ores, and the surface of these very hard, है ना? किस फॉर्म में होती है? मेटल फॉर्म में होती है, and lustrous, बहुत ज्यादा शाइन करती है. Non-metallic, which does not contain metal, such as limestone, mica. These are non-metallic. Okay? Metallic, as I told you, further can be classified as ferrous and non-ferrous. Ferrous, the availability of iron content, that is called ferrous. Whereas if we talk about non-ferrous, where the iron content is not available in the metal, that is called non-ferrous. Along with these two, precious metals we can also add in the metallic minerals. And what are these? Gold, silver, platinum, these are called precious. Apart from this non-metallic, we have already discussed. One more thing that we had discussed yesterday class, what? Extraction. How we can do the extraction of these minerals? कैसे करते हैं? Where these are generally found? Generally these are found either in the rock, in the ocean beds. हमें कौन-कौन सी process के through हम इनका extraction कर सकते हैं? Through the mining, through the drilling and the quarrying. These are the three processes through which we can do extraction of the minerals. ठीक है? Is it clear up to all? Yes, beta. Is it clear to all? I'm not getting your voice, everyone. Speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, beta. So this was a quick revision or an overview that we had discussed yesterday.
Yes,
We are
ma'am.
going to take. Okay, Nancy, you can speak up first. What is your doubt?
Ma'am, can you please
Priyanshi.
tell about ores?
Yes, Priyanshi. Please repeat your
Please
question.
tell
Beta.
about the ores.
Beta, ore are basically the minerals which are found from the rocks, such as coal. So that is not a pure mineral. Mineral, that means उसमें बहुत सारी और भी चीजें included हैं. उनको प्यूरिफाई करने एज इट इज उसको आप यूज कर सकते हैं जिस भी फॉर्म में कोल निकल करके आता है. नहीं, कोल माइंस में से ही गोल्ड को एक्सट्रैक्ट किया जाता है. एंड द कर्नाटक रीजन ऑफ इंडिया हैज डिपॉजिट ऑफ कोल्स एंड गोल्ड. कोल माइंस में से आपका गोल्ड भी निकलता है. तो मिनरल्स का जो एक्सट्रैक्शन होता है वो इम्प्योर फॉर्म में होता है. और का मतलब है जिस फॉर्म में हमने उसे एक्सट्रैक्ट किया है. ठीक है, दैट इम्प्योर फॉर्म इज कॉल्ड ओर व्हिच कंटेन डिफरेंट मेटल्स, डिफरेंट मिनरल्स इन इट. अब उसको एक्सट्रैक्शन के बाद में प्योरीफाई करके, जैसे कि आपका आयरन ओर है, सो उसको प्योरीफाई करके आप आयरन कंटेंट और उससे स्टील कन्वर्ट करते हैं. ठीक है, सो दैट or the impure mineral in which form we extract the mineral, that is called. Yes, Priyanshi, now is it clear up to you?
Yes, ma'am.
देखो, और को प्योरीफाई करते हैं. तो जैसे कि हम मेल्ट करते हैं आयरन को, तो हम उसका क्या कर पाते हैं, यूज कर पाते हैं. उसी फॉर्म में तो यूज नहीं करते हैं ना हम. Okay, so here we are going to continue with the distribution of mineral. Any other student who have any doubt, then you can ask. Yes, Kavish, you raise your hand. What do you want to ask? Kavish Kumawat, yes, beta, you can ask your question.
Ma'am, I have a doubt regarding yesterday's homework.
Yes, you can ask. What is your doubt?
मैम, होमवर्क के अंदर सिर्फ मेटल और नॉन मेटल को डिफाइन करना है ना?
only metal and non-metallic नहीं define करना है. You have to make a table. You have to either you can draw a flow chart or you can make a table, tabular presentation on the types of minerals. ठीक है, mineral and power resources को show करता हूँ. मैंने कल आपको एक flow chart show किया था. You can make that same also, and you have to define each and everything. Such as you can see the flow chart that I had drawn on the board.
Yes, ma'am.
Metals, metallic, non-metallic. ठीक है, तो इस तरीके से ही डिफाइन भी करेंगे आप इसके साथ में. जैसे मेटालिक आपने लिखा है, उसके नीचे आपको उसका डेफिनेशन देना है. फिर आपने फेरस नॉन फेरस लिखा है, व्हाट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड विद दिस. ठीक है,
मैम इसको
Okay.
कॉपी करना है ना?
yes, definitely you have to make it in copy. One more thing that I had told you yesterday, just look at the map which is given in your book at page number 120, 130. So, did you check that map? देखा हमने. On that map, there is a distribution of minerals in the world. So, according to that, I'm going to show a picture here that you can also see in your book. It will be easy to understand with the help of map. I'm going to share it on screen. So, yes. It is, I think I would rotate it. So yes, here you can see. This is the map where we are showing the distribution of minerals in the world in different continents. As I told you that the distribution of minerals is uneven on the globe. What it means? Availability of minerals differ from place to place, and it totally depends on the formation, the time, and the environment and climatic conditions. These are responsible for the availability of minerals in different regions. Somewhere we can see the availability of coal is more. Somewhere in the desert area, limestone availability is more. In the moist region, availability of coal is more. Okay, so the distribution of minerals is uneven on the globe. So in different continents, the availability of these minerals differ from each other. Okay. So here we are going to observe, here we are going to see the map of distribution of minerals in different continents. So generally these minerals are found either in the old plateau areas. Plateaus are the places where these minerals are available in rich quantity. जैसे कि अभी मैं एक एग्जांपल लूं, इंडिया में the Deccan Plateau can be said a rich place for the minerals availability. So the old plateaus of the world are rich sources of minerals. For example, Deccan Plateau, जहाँ पर बहुत iron ore या mica, gold, diamond, etc. These minerals are available. As I told you, at Deccan Plateau, in the Karnataka region, various coal mines are there. And as we are aware about it, the availability of gold can be seen in these coal mines. So in India, there is gold deposits also in the cool mines. Okay, so we can easily observe the old plateaus are rich as per the availability of minerals. Metallic minerals like iron ore in Chota Nagpur Plateau of India, iron ore in the North Sweden, copper and nickel deposit on Ontario, Canada, iron ore, nickel, platinum and chromite in South Africa. So here, this is the index. Firstly, हम identify कैसे करेंगे? Availability of minerals. This is the index. The sign you can check: star for manganese, circle for silver, gold is in form of a ring, copper is form of again a circle, but with pennants, bauxites, iron ore in form of a vehicle. So here we can see that the availability of minerals. Here you can see also in South America. If we talk about iron ore, in South America there are certain regions where we can find availability of iron ore in the form of in the igneous and metamorphic rocks. ये जो minerals हैं साउथ अफ्रीका में निकल है, प्लेटिनम है, क्रोमाइट है, these can be found in igneous and metamorphic rocks. Yes, Bhavanshi, what you want to ask, beta?
मैम आपने अभी कौन सा वाला चार्ट बनाने को बोला?
मैम आपने अभी कौन सा
that you had to make in your homework, which I gave you to draw you yesterday.
मैम वो तो बना लिया हमने.
That was I was repeating. हम एक overview ले रहे थे कि what we had discussed yesterday. ठीक है?
और मैम ये वाला मैप तो हमारी मैप बुक जो आई है उसमें फिल करना है क्या?
Yes, आपको मैप बुक में ही फिल करना है मैम.
ओके मैम.
So here, as per the map, we can see that chromite in South Africa, for example, is found in igneous and metamorphic rocks. ठीक है, तो इन places पर जो availability of mineral है, वो कहाँ किन में किस फॉर्म में अवेलेबल है? इन फॉर्म ऑफ रॉक्स, सेडिमेंट्री, मेटामॉर्फिक, इग्नियस. अगर इग्नियस रॉक है तो दैट मींस इट विल बी इन क्रिस्टल फॉर्म. Plains and young mountains have of non-minerals also. Limestone deposit is the Caucasus Mountain in Eurasia. Eurasia, that means a certain part in between Europe and Asia. Here you can see that on map. Fine. Now we are going to discuss the distribution of minerals on the basis of continent. Different continents में इनकी availability क्या है? Firstly, we are going to discuss with Asia. We are starting with Asia. Asia produces more than half of the world's tin. Total जो tin का production होता है, more than 50% in the world, only Asia produces. तो एशियन कॉन्टिनेंट्स में सबसे ज्यादा आप कह सकते हो जितना कॉन्टिनेंट्स में मिलाकर ये प्रोडक्शन होता है उसके इक्विवेलेंट अकेला एशिया प्रोड्यूस करता है. व्हाट? टिन. China leads the world in production of lead. China and India have large iron ore deposit, and we can easily see that. This is India in Asia. Here we can see iron. ये जो आपको sign दिख रहा है square box or a form of a vehicle or a cart, whatever you can observe it. So here these are the coal deposits in India and China. तो ज्यादातर coal deposits आपको यहाँ पर ये नजर आ रहे हैं. ठीक है? Asia also has deposit of manganese, bauxite, nickel, zinc, and copper. Along with coal or tin, Asia is also producing some different metallic and non-metallic minerals. If we talk about India, India is the largest producer of mica in the whole world. Now we are coming on to Europe. Europe possesses a large variety of minerals. Availability of minerals in Europe was one of the cause of industrial revolution. देखो यूरोप में आप एक्सेस में देख रहे हैं. Availability of mineral in Europe is in excess. Not only availability, but also extraction of minerals in Europe is comparatively high than any other region of any other continent. And what was the reason behind it? The reason was industrial revolution. Are you aware about it? Somewhere you had read in the history. Yes, definitely, Ishant. It is about technology. So industrialization, that means setting up of new industries, establishment of new industries by using the latest and upgraded technology, production of modernization, that is called industrialization. ठीक है, इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर का डेवलप होना, जहाँ नई नई टेक्नोलॉजी को अडॉप्ट करके प्रोडक्शन किया जा रहा है. Why they are doing so? To meet the needs of the increasing population. And this could possible in Europe after industrial revolution in the 19th and 18th century. Do you know that in Europe, the industrial revolution came in the mid-18th century, whereas it came in the whole world in 19th century. Europe was quite ahead or forward than any other reason. इसीलिए extraction of minerals भी in Europe comparatively high है, right? So the availability of minerals in Europe was one of the cause of industrial revolution. Main minerals which are found in Europe are iron ore, bauxite, zinc, lead, sulfur, potash, copper, and mercury. So different types of minerals are available in Europe. It is very rich place for availability of minerals. Now we are moving to the North America. It also looks quite rich in the availability of, but circle से हम किसे denote कर रहे हैं? Availability of silver is quite more in the North American continent. Yes or no? We can easily observe it. So North America is rich in mineral resources. As we can easily see on map, availability of minerals is quite great. Minerals found in this continent include high-grade coal and natural gas found in the Appalachian region. I did not show the other map. I will show it you later, where the availability of coal, natural gas, and oil fields. अभी हम इसमें सिर्फ metallic minerals and availability of ores की बात कर रहे हैं. The next map is about coal, natural gas, and oil fields. उसको हम बाद में discuss करेंगे. But let me tell you here, minerals found in this continent in high-grade coal and also natural gas found in the Appalachian region. Along with this, there is a huge deposit of gold, silver, zinc, copper, lead in the Western Mountains. Western Mountain, ये North America और इसका Western region कहाँ? This one, जहाँ you can see availability of, ये जो ring form में है, that is your availability, that shows availability of gold, whereas the star or the circle, star is about bauxite and the circle shows the availability of silver. So we can say that North American region is quite rich in the availability of precious metal. मेटेलिक मिनरल्स तो अवेलेबल है, बट उनमें भी कौन से वाले? प्रेशियस मेटल्स की अवेलेबिलिटी नॉर्थ अमेरिका में ज्यादा है. Now we are moving to the South American continent. Here it is. Again, the availability of silver, gold is quite rich in this region also. So South America is rich in mineral resources like iron ore, gold, mica, zinc, petroleum, diamonds, silver, and copper. So as I told you, precious metals are available more in American continent, in South or North, both. Next, we are moving to the African region. This one. Africa is rich in mineral resources. It is the world's largest producer of diamonds. Okay? And where diamond found? In coal mines also, gold be, or availability of diamond also. Gold and platinum. South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zaire produce a large proportion of world's gold. यहाँ पर बहुत सारा gold produce होता है in the African region. Oil is found in Nigeria, Libya, Angola. We'll discuss it later. About oil. Moving on to the Australian continent. A place is very small. अगर हम इसका एरिया देखेंगे या सरफेस कवरिंग देखेंगे तो बहुत छोटा है, लेकिन उसके अकॉर्डिंग अवेलेबिलिटी इज क्वाइट गुड. ऑस्ट्रेलिया लीड्स इन द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ बॉक्साइट इन द वर्ल्ड. इट आल्सो प्रोड्यूसेस गोल्ड, डायमंड, सिल्वर, etc. Now coming on to the last one, which is Antarctica. Antarctica is almost entirely covered with ice and snow. So the adverse weather condition and sub-zero temperature hinder the exploration of this continent. Availability minerals की जरूर है in Antarctica, but extraction from that place it's quite difficult to do. That's why the extraction process is difficult. और अभी तक वहाँ जो deposits है उनका बहुत ज़्यादा exploitation nahi hua hai, but still availability of all these minerals can be seen there also. So this is about the distribution of minerals on the world map in different continents. Yes, you can say that, Ishant, there is not a sufficient, or I should not say sufficient, efficient technology is not there. Now we are moving on to the next, which is distribution of minerals in India. This is what we have discussed about world. World में different metallic and non-metallic minerals की availability कहाँ कितनी है इसके बारे में अभी हमने discuss किया. Now we are going to discuss about the availability of minerals in India. अब India में different states में different minerals की availability है. Again, reason is the same. Why this availability differ from place to place? Because of the formation, what the time takes, climatic condition. These all are responsible. Temperature there. These are the things which are responsible for the formation of minerals. So here I'm going to share something on screen to which I'll try to explain you the distribution of minerals in India. I hope is it visible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here I'm going to, I will speak up. You have to observe the screen only, right? I'll try to explain you because maybe the voice problem will be there. आपको बहुत ज़्यादा clearly video का voice नहीं समझ में आएगा. But I'm speaking here. You can follow that. So this is distribution of minerals in India. Look at this map to study the distribution of mineral in India. Firstly, we are talking about mica. India's largest producer of mica in the whole world. If we talk about the limestone state in India, which are producing limestone are Bihar, Jharkhand, Orissa, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Tamil Nadu. Iron ore is found in Jharkhand, Orissa, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Goa, Maharashtra, Karnataka. Major bauxite producing area are Jharkhand, Orissa, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu. Copper is mainly produced in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Andhra. Manganese is mainly found in Orissa, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh. And lastly, about the coal in Karnataka, which has gold deposits also. I hope it's clear up to all. Was it understandable for all? Yes, beta. Tell me.
Yes,
Was it clear?
ma'am.
Actually, every time the problem of the voice of video comes,
Yes, ma'am.
that's why
मैम
we use that
ये जो
voice
हमारी
of that
मैथ्स
video.
मैप बुक है ना, इसमें मैम 20 और 21 पेज पे है ना वर्ल्ड का कोल मैप और वर्ल्ड पेट्रोलियम एंड नेचुरल गैस का वो है ना मैप है.
Beta, there will be a distribution of mineral map will be there in your map book. I will tell you which map you have to fill. If there is no world map for distribution of minerals and India map for distribution of mineral, then you can take a political map of India. एक सिंगल मैप ले लो पॉलिटिकल मैप इंडिया का और उसमें डिफरेंट स्टेट्स दैट आई हैड शोन इन द वीडियो और आई एक्सप्लेन अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट you can check, you can fill up the map, you can use your book also. There it is given very nicely. You can take a world map also, you can fill from the book or that we had discussed today. You can follow that also. Okay, you can fill the map. As I told you, the different areas which are rich in the availability of minerals, आप उसको उसके अकॉर्डिंग मैप फिल कर सकते हैं और डेफिनेटली आपके मैप बुक में भी बेटा ये गिवन होगा डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ मिनरल्स मैप जो है. So now is it clear about the distribution of minerals? Is there any problem? Yes.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
That's very good. It is clear to all. Now here we are going to continue with the conservation of minerals. So according to you, why the conservation of minerals is important? Why we should do? Anybody want to explain? We have already read about different things, why we use the minerals, why we use minerals in our routine life. Several things in the first class we have discussed about it. So you can tell me na, why the conservation of mineral resources is required, why we should do. Okay, let me explain. देखो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है बेटा. Mineral resources help to attain economic growth. Definitely, you have heard about it. A country which is using its resources wisely. Wisely, that means if we are using the natural resources and we are keeping them reserved for the upcoming generation, it calls smart and wise use, जिसको कि हम sustainable development बोलते हैं. Already you had read about it in the first chapter, sustainable development. So any country, if it wants to get economic growth, the wise use of resources should make possible by the nation. Reason? Because today we can observe the population is continuously increasing day by day. And with the increase in population, demand for these minerals or the resources is quite increasing accordingly. जितनी ज़्यादा आपकी population increase हो रही है, उसी के accordingly आपकी जो demands हैं for these resources is also increasing. So it is important to satisfy the needs and want of the people, but without doing over exploitation of these resources. Reason? Availability of these resources or the minerals very limited in the nature, and it takes a long time to restore or to develop. So ये जो minerals होते हैं, firstly the availability of minerals is very limited. It takes long time to recover. It takes long time to restore. दोबारा generate होने में बहुत लंबा time period चाहिए होता है. Thousands of years required. Along with this, it cannot be replenished at the moment they need. आज की आज जरूरत है, ऐसा possible ही नहीं है कि अच्छा पेट्रोलियम खत्म हो गया, ठीक है कोई बात नहीं दोबारा generate कर लेते हैं. This is not possible because it takes very long time. So why should we conserve them? Because they cannot be replenished at the time of need. तो पहले से ही हमें planning करना है how we can use wisely the available resources. And if we do, अगर हम ऐसा करेंगे तो definitely we can store them for a long time, for the next generation, for the upcoming generations, or we will be able to satisfy our needs and wants. So therefore they have to be conserved and not misused. तो इनका क्या किया जाना चाहिए? Conservation किया जाना चाहिए, wastage नहीं होना चाहिए, over exploitation या over extraction of minerals should not be done. ठीक है, अगर over extraction होगा तो क्या होगा? You know ना, coal mines हमने देखी है, जो hilly area उनका extraction करते करते mines उनको convert कर देते हैं. वो जब mines बनती हैं तो that it becomes a danger zone. ओवर एक्सप्लॉइटेशन की वजह से वहां पर क्या हो जाते हैं, अर्थक्वेक के चांसेस बढ़ जाते हैं, नेचुरल कैलेमिटी या डिजास्टर होने के चांसेस बढ़ जाते हैं. एंड आफ्टर दैट वी हैव टू फेस अ ह्यूज लॉस. ठीक है, तो दिस इज व्हाई वी शुड डू द कंजर्वेशन ऑफ द मिनरल्स. Why it is required? Because it cannot be replenished at the time of need. That's why we should use them wisely. Yes, it is clear to all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Now we are going
Yes,
to continue.
ma'am.
We are going to continue with the power resources. Power resources. Yesterday we also discussed about it. Power resources. क्या समझते हैं power resources से बताइए. Yes, tell me. What do you understand with power resources? Yesterday I told you now what happened in class. Why you guys are not answering? How it is different with the minerals. क्या काम में आते हैं power resources? Who will tell me? किसी को भी नहीं पता है? अच्छा ओके, इफ आई टॉक अबाउट एनर्जी रिसोर्सेस, यस भावंशी, if we talk about energy resources,
मैम एनर्जी रिसोर्सेस मैम पावर रिसोर्सेस बता दो।
listen beta, power resources, these can be said a base for, these provides a base for production activities. प्रोडक्शन एक्टिविटीज का मतलब क्या है? एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल इसका हम लेते हैं। In the industry, we requires machineries. Machineries for what? We require machinery to produce the commodities. And how we can run these machinery? How we can use these machinery? इनको चलाने के लिए क्या चाहिए हमें? Electricity, fuel, oil. ये चीजें चाहिए हमें या नहीं चाहिए? Definitely we require these. So power resources are those resources which are used generally for the production purpose. Somewhere in the industry, if we want to run the machinery, we have to be depend on electricity, on the fuel, on the uses of oil. Or these are the types or the examples of power resources. तो जो हमारे energy या power resources हैं, वो without these resources we cannot imagine our life. Is it possible to cook the food without LPG gas? पॉसिबल है? आप बोलोगे है मैम, है ना? नॉन कन्वेंशनल और कन्वेंशनल सोर्सेस के बारे में भी हमने सुना होगा। We can make or we can cook the food with help of dried wood. Fuel wood के थ्रू भी हम क्या कर सकते हैं? कुक कर सकते हैं फूड को। तो डेफिनेटली वो जो आपका फ्यूल वुड है वो भी क्या है? एनर्जी रिसोर्सेज या पावर रिसोर्सेज हैं। So power resources can be broadly classified in two categories: conventional and non-conventional. Power resources can be broadly classified as conventional and non-conventional resources. What is the meaning of conventional and non-conventional? ये तो पता है या ये भी नहीं पता है हमें? Yes बेटा। Conventional resources or non-conventional resources. देखो, conventional resources of energy are those which have been in common use for a long time. क्लास चल रही है ना? देखो इधर, conventional resources कौन से होते हैं? The resources which we are using commonly for a long time, yeah, from a long time, I should say. Conventional, जो कि बहुत पुराना तरीका, ट्रेडिशनल मेथड होता है, that is called conventional resources. तो ये जो हमारे रिसोर्सेज जो बहुत पुराने टाइम से हम यूज करते आ रहे हैं वो क्या है? हमारे कन्वेंशनल रिसोर्सेज, सच एज firewood, fossil fuels. These are some examples of conventional resources. Example क्या है इसका? Firewood you can write. ठीक है? पहले क्या करते थे लोग? They cook their food by using firewood. देखा होगा ना? In the village area, somewhere today also in the present time, some people are still dependent on these firewood to cook their food. These are the conventional sources. Power resource है और कौन से वाले? Conventional, मतलब since a long time commonly use करते आ रहे हैं इनको. If we talk about The non-conventional resources. Non-conventional resources क्या होते हैं? Non-conventional, they are known as renewable resources of energy. Their supply never runs out. These are the modern and renewable resources of energy. अब ये मॉडर्न और रिन्यूएबल से क्या समझते हैं? The electricity generates through the waterfalls, solar energy, wind energy, nuclear power, geothermal energy. These are some examples of non-conventional resources. ठीक है, तो मैं यहाँ पर सिर्फ एक एग्जाम्पल लिख रही हूँ, सोलर एनर्जी. These are some examples of non-conventional. So now is it clear up to you? Power resources are those resources which provides a base to our production activity. ठीक है, wherever in agriculture sector, in industrial sector, everywhere we need electricity, we need fuel, we need oil, natural gas. These are power resources. Broadly can be classified as conventional and non-conventional. Conventional resources are those which we are using since a long time ago, commonly using. Examples are fossil fuels. Fossil fuels में क्या आ जाते हैं आपके? Coal deposits जो हैं वो क्या कहलाते हैं? Coal deposits है, natural gas है, hydel power है, ठीक है? Petroleum also are some example of conventional. पुराने टाइम से यूज होते आ रहे हैं. Modern या नॉन कन्वेंशनल. अच्छा, वन मोर थिंग, ये जो कन्वेंशनल रिसोर्सेज हैं, दीज आर नॉन रिन्यूएबल. इनको बहुत जल्दी से रिन्यू नहीं किया जा सकता, जो भी हमारे कन्वेंशनल रिसोर्सेज हैं. नॉन कन्वेंशनल रिसोर्सेज कैन बी रिन्यूड, इसीलिए इनको रिन्यूएबल रिसोर्सेज भी कहा जाता है. क्लियर है बेटा अभी ये सब? Distribution of power resources. Is it clear to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. We are going to read it ahead. और एक एक करके अभी हम सारे conventional, non-conventional power resources को study करेंगे. So here I am taking the first, which is conventional resources. As I told you, conventional resources, those resources which we are using since a long time, since a old time, बहुत पुराने टाइम से यूज करते आ रहे हैं. ठीक है, तो conventional resources में से कुछ examples हैं आपका firewood and fossil fuels. Firewood, generally people collects the dry wood from the forest areas for their domestic use, for cooking food, etc. ठीक है, the people who are living in the rural area, they are still using firewood for their routine usage. Next आ जाता है आपका fossil fuel. Fossil fuel as coal, petroleum, natural gas are formed under the earth crust. And how? इनका formation कैसे होता है? It takes long times. Such as dried leaves, animal waste, humus. All these, when they formed under the earth crust, dead plants हो गए, animal हैं, when they get buried under the earth crust and due to overheat, pressure, or due to the climatic condition, formation of these fossil fuels done, और formation होने में बहुत साल लगते हैं, हजारों साल लगते हैं. So that's why these resources cannot be renewed, है ना? ठीक है, so firstly we are taking here coal. Coal is an organic in nature. It is obtained from decayed plants which got buried under sediments. They decompose and were compressed under the subsequent deposits. In the course of time, due to action of heat and pressure, they transformed into coal. Coal is known as fossil fuel. Coal एक organic हम बोल सकते हैं ये एक ऑर्गेनिक फॉसिल फ्यूल है या एक ऑर्गेनिक रिसोर्स है जो नेचुरली अकर होता है, नेचुरली फॉर्म होता है. हाउ इट फॉर्म्स, जैसे कि अभी मैंने बोला, इट टेक्स सेवरल इयर्स टू फॉर्म. द अर्थ क्रस्ट व्हेन दीज dried leaves, stones, animal waste, humus, they bury together and convert into coal. ठीक है, कोल हमें पता है there are 4 main types of coal. कौन कौन से होते हैं? Anthracite, lignite, bituminous and peat. There are different varieties of coals. ये जो coals होते हैं ये अलग अलग क्वालिटी और फीचर्स के होते हैं. Some out of these are very poor in quality. Some can be said good in quality. So best quality of coal is anthracite, right? And the worst quality of the coal is peat. Peat is a very soft quality of coal, तो बहुत कम. But इसको जब हम burn करते हैं, it leaves the creates pollution more, right? So coal is organic in nature, or it can be known as fossil fuel. Anthracite जो है वो finest quality का coal है जिसमें कि 90% कार्बन होता है. And bituminous is the widely available. Lignite is very inferior in comparison of these. Coal is a fuel used for making steel, generating electricity and in chemical industry. ठीक है, तो वर्ल्ड में सबसे बड़ा या लार्जेस्ट प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ कोल कहां पर है? इट इज इन रशिया. ठीक है, वर्ल्ड्स लार्जेस्ट कोल प्रोड्यूसर इज रशिया. If we talk about the other places, UK, Australia, India, South Africa, Poland, these are some reasons where we can find the coal deposits, right? The next is petroleum, but I think we should continue in the next class with the other resources, power resources. आगे हम next class में continue करेंगे. And for today, आज के लिए आपका homework है, you have to fill the map of distribution of minerals in the world map and distribution of minerals in India map. दोनों में आपको distribution of minerals show करना है. ठीक है, it is given in your book at page number 130. वर्ल्ड मैप आपको मिल जाएगा पेज नंबर 130 पर. एंड यू कैन यूज the distribution of minerals on India at page number 132. You can take help of these. But one more thing, natural gas, oil, coal, this map is given separately in your book, but you have to make it on a single map. एक ही मैप पे आपको अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ मेटालिक नॉन मेटालिक मिनरल्स को शो करना है, अलग अलग मैप पे नहीं करेंगे. एक इंडिया का मैप लेंगे और एक मैप लेंगे आप वर्ल्ड का. ठीक है, एंड यू हैव टू ड्रॉ और शो ऑल द मिनरल्स ओनली सिंगल मैप. आपको ये दो मैप करके 4 मैप्स नहीं करने हैं. सिर्फ एक मैप पे आप सब कुछ, कोल भी शो करेंगे, नेचुरल गैस भी उसी मैप में शो करेंगे, अदर बॉक्साइट, लिग्नाइट, सॉरी बॉक्साइट, सिल्वर, गोल्ड, कॉपर, व्हाटएवर इट इज, आप सबको किस पे शो करना है? एक ही मैप पे शो करना है. तो वन इज वर्ल्ड मैप, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ मिनरल. इंडिया पॉलिटिकल मैप, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ मिनरल. राइट? Is it clear to all? Yes, Priyanshi, what do you want to ask?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, speak up, Priyanshi.
मैम जो मैप अब हम लोगों को फिल करना है, मैम वो मैप बुक में से करना है या फिर अलग से मैप लेना है?
बेटा, you have your map book with yourself. syllabus में आप जब ने बुक सेट परचेज किया है, you got a map book also there, so you can use that book. उस बुक में मिनरल रिसोर्सेज का एक मैप है, आप उसमें भी फिल कर सकते हैं. if you don't have any map like this in your book, then you can use a separate or a single map वर्ल्ड और इंडिया, उसमें ड्रॉ करके आप उसे कॉपी में पेस्ट कर देंगे. इज इट क्लियर नाउ?
Yes, ma'am.
यस एवरीवन, इज इट क्लियर? देखो, अगर वर्ल्ड आपका जो मैप बुक है, इफ यू हैव एनी मैप ऑफ मिनरल्स देयर, देन यू कैन फिल इट इन दैट बुक. इफ देयर इज नो मैप लाइक दैट, यू कैन टेक 2 सिंगल मैप्स. आप 2 लीफ ले लीजिए, 2 मैप ले लीजिए और उन्हें फिल कीजिए और कॉपी में पेस्ट कर दीजिए. वन मोर, you will show all the minerals with different colors or symbols. ठीक है, बहुत ज्यादा हौच पौच क्रिएट नहीं करना है मैप में. ऐसा नहीं है कि देख करके समझ में नहीं आ रहा, खुद को ही नहीं समझ में आ रहा कि कौन सा मिनरल कहाँ अवेलेबल है. इट शुड बी क्लीन. So you can use different color for showing different minerals, जिससे कि समझ पाना इजी हो जाएगा. इसलिए एक ही जैसा, ये नहीं कि ब्लैक पेन दिया सबको उससे लिख दिया, लिखने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. मेक एन इंडेक्स, वहां पर सिंबल बना दो या कलर से डिफाइन कर दो कि येलो वी आर यूजिंग फॉर ऑयल, ब्लैक वी आर यूजिंग फॉर कोल. ठीक है, ये आप पे डिपेंड करता है, बट मेक अ इंडेक्स फर्स्ट और उसके बाद में मैप फिल करिएगा. Is it clear now to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Really, beta, we will continue in the next class and we'll complete this chapter in next class, because we have only the availability of power resources to cover and their conservation. बस अभी यही 2 टॉपिक्स हमारे इस चैप्टर के बाकी है. So thank you class, we'll continue in the next.